I'm Callie, reading for reviewer James Swinbanks. After a 4-year stint in Steam's early access, Wreckfest has hit the track with surprising confidence. Every event is brimming with satisfaction, showing off its impressive soft-body collision system that lets colliding cars twist and crush with brutal realism. Wreckfest succeeds where it matters, becoming one of the most surprising and gratifying racing games of the year. Wreckfest's career mode is made up of 5 different championships, each consisting of various events, from multi-race championships to one-off demolition derbies, that each gradually unlock as you gain XP and increase your driver level. In addition to XP, rewards are doled out regularly in the form of performance parts along with credits to buy new cars and parts with, so even a poor finish, which will happen, never feels like wasted time. Most career events are a simple race to the finish, where you'll have a handful of laps to hunt down the opposition and score as good a position as possible, giving you a chance to serve up mayhem while slicing through the field. Race starts are a gorgeous, chaotic mess as cars jostle and barge for position. They're also where the game's marquee destruction engine shows off its capabilities. Cars fly off the course through wooden fences and tire barriers, sending debris scattering into the air and across the road. It can be spectacular to watch from a distance, but equally brutal when you're the one involved in it. Other event types include demolition derbies and elimination-style heat races that normally take place on a closed figure 8 track or an oval. There's also the occasional lawnmower derby, which shows off the game's slightly twisted sense of humor. Each mode offers some variety and destruction, and they're all visually spectacular in their own right. Damage in Wreckfest has 2 settings, normal and realistic. On normal, you and your opponents can survive more than your fair share of hard hits. But with realistic conditions, things get a lot tougher and a bit more spectacular too. Longer races become tests of survival, as all it takes is one bad collision to put a car out of contention or at least change how it handles. And you need to restart the race if it all goes south. While this kind of repetition would normally be grating, the act of racing is so good that it takes the edge off. When you do manage to escape the chaos and settle into a good rhythm, Wreckfest shows off some wonderful driving physics. The transition between different road surfaces is sublime, and regardless of whether you're driving with a top-of-the-line racing wheel or a gamepad, the sensation of sliding around a corner, catching the rear end, and gassing it all the way out feels superb. Tires slip and slide through the dirt but scream for grip on the tarmac, and you can almost feel them flexing as the car rolls through the corners. Each type of car feels different to drive. Some are heavier and more sluggish, while others are lighter and can corner better but suffer more in collisions. Upgrades to vehicles can substantially alter the handling, whether it's through better performance or a stronger chassis that's better at taking damage. Although having no way of saving upgrade sets can result in some minor headaches when optimizing for each event type, overall it's a meaningful upgrade system with tangible effects on the already diverse feel of racing. AI drivers race unapologetically no matter the scenario or difficulty level, unafraid to punt you off the road if they decide they want to get past, or smashing into you headfirst in an effort to take you out. If competing against AI isn't your bag, you can take it online and race against others on dedicated servers, or set up your own custom race server with your own rules, and it all works smoothly. Compared to the dynamic gameplay, Wreckfest's user experience is a bit frustrating. The UI is surprisingly bland for such a technically impressive game, with static menus and a heavy rock soundtrack that's obnoxious enough to warrant immediately turning the music off. With that out of the way, you can more fully appreciate the game's excellent sound effects. Throaty engines belch and roar loudly, except for the lawnmower, which sounds like thousands of angry mosquitoes, and crash sounds are impactful and bone-crunching. Equally good are the game's visuals. The cars themselves, while all old, banged-up muscle cars, look suitably mean and ready for thrashing. Debris stays on the track over the course of a race, as do the littered remains of cars that don't make the distance. It's rare when a racing game manages to modernize and reinvigorate an old formula with spectacular confidence, but Wreckfest does just that. Minor issues with menus and its soundtrack aside, it wows with a gorgeous look and wonderful driving feel, along with a damage system that satisfies in the most brutal of fashions. With its array of different cars, tracks, and event types, Wreckfest is a brilliantly fun and frenetic racing game that can be thoroughly enjoyed by anyone, not just racing game fans.